It's that time again, guys. We got a package from CGC and we got 4 great books to open today, so stay tuned to see what it is. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Comics with Bonix. And today we have a CGC unboxing to do. We did an Express and Standard tier, and we have 4 books total. So I'm going to be showing the unveiling of the grades. I have no idea what the grades are. So when these books were delivered, I had my kids cover up the grades for me. So we're going to be finding out what the grades are together. And before I get into the books, guys, just to give you guys an idea, I sent these books out and they were received by CGC on April 5th. So they were marked as received on April 5th, and today is April 16th, and I just received them back today. And it is a lightning fast turnaround time when you mark your books for Express. So the trick is, you guys might already know this, but the trick is if you guys have an Express book that you're sending in, if you send it in with the same package as your Standard or your lower tiers, those boxes will be priority to be opened first as an Express tier. So if you guys have any lower tiers, they will all be opened at the same time as the Express tier. And that's the reason these Standard books that you see first were received back so quickly. They were actually received back within 2 weeks, which is lightning fast, and I'm super happy to have gotten them back so quick. And the first book that we have, Marvel Spotlight number 5, the first appearance of Ghost Rider. This book I purchased raw, and this was purchased through Facebook Marketplace. Saw it in one of the Facebook groups, and it looked to be in decent shape. There is some color lift right here on the spine, and there's some larger creases right down on this corner here, and also on the top corner as well. And I sent this in to Rocket Comics to have them press and clean these books. So shout out to Rocket Comics. Here is the back cover on that one. They did a great job on cleaning the back cover as well, nice and clean. And my estimate on this book was about a 3.0, being pretty conservative on that grade. Hopefully I get higher, so let's go ahead and find out what the grade is. Okay, so far I see a 4. That's awesome. We got a 4.5. That's such an awesome grade, guys. I am so happy about that. I was expecting it to be 3.5, 3.0, 3.5, but a 4.5 is such an amazing grade for this book. I was curious about what this would do for the grade because this color lift, it's not quite chunks missing, it's just color lift. So for CGC, they don't reduce the grade on it too much when there's color lift on the spine. So it is a learning lesson for me. I didn't know how they were going to grade it. I think they were pretty generous on the grade on this book, I'm not going to lie. 4.5, I'm super happy with that. Just a great character in Ghost Rider, and I'm excited for having this book back in the collection. And the next one up we have is going to be Avengers number 4, the first appearance of Captain America in the Silver Age. This book was a CBCS 2.0, and it wasn't pressed or clean in the CBCS case. So I decided that I'm going to take a risk and crack it out and have Rocket Comics press and clean this book. Looks much more clean, had a lot of dirt on it. I can show you guys how it looked like prior to the press and clean. It just looks so much better in the CGC case and more uniform with my collection, so I felt it would be worth it to crack and press and clean this book. Here's a look at the back. The major defect is that top corner right here. There is a little piece missing in the top corner there. Also on this top right here, top back cover, there's a piece missing there. So not sure if we can get a bump in it. I'm hoping that it gets a 2.5. So let's go ahead and reveal the grade. So I see the 3. We got a 3, guys. 3.0. We got a full bump up on the grade. Prior, it was a 2.0. I can show you guys in this section of the video. And now it got bumped up to a 3.0. Absolutely ecstatic about that. Definitely worth the crack and press. So I'm super happy to have this back in a higher grade and a nice CGC label. And I also wanted to show you guys something that I didn't notice until a little bit later, is on the Avengers number 4. I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like prior to me submitting it. This picture is right after I got it cleaned and pressed. And in the pictures, you can see that the staple was not detached. This top staple was not detached. So in the slab now, you can see that it is currently detached, and in the grader's notes, it shows that it's detached. So I can't say for sure that CGC detached that top staple, but it definitely wasn't detached when I sent it in. You guys can see the pictures there. Another thing I noticed is that this piece in that very top corner, it looks like it's now completely off on that front corner. It's detached on that top corner. In the pictures here, I'll show you guys that that piece was completely attached after the clean and press. So there is definitely risk when you guys submit your books. It seems that CGC handles them a little bit rougher than we would like. So just wanted to make note that that staple was detached and that top corner was detached. So something to note when you guys are submitting books, that there's always going to be risks. However, at the end of the day, we did get a bump in the grade, so it still presents really, really nice overall. And I'm still happy. I just wish those 2 defects didn't happen, but really can't do anything about it at this point. And the next one in the standard submission, we have Fantastic Four, number 12, the first time Hulk is crossed over and meets the Fantastic Four. This is a rough copy. I'm going to show you guys what this book looked like prior to the clean and press. Rocket Comics did an amazing job transforming this book, and the presentation is just night and day. Prior to the clean and press, this was a major spine roll, one of the worst I've ever seen, to the point where you couldn't even see the 12 cents. You only can see the 2. And it also looked really bad on the back, but now it looks amazing. They did a great job in transforming this book and fixing that horrible spine roll. This was already in rough shape. I purchased this from a fellow Instagrammer, Fists Comics, local comic book store here in Southern California. Gave me a great deal on this. I think I paid about $500 raw for this book in the shape that it was in. And I'm gonna think this will come out at least a 2.0. Hopefully it does get a little bit higher, but let's go ahead and find out. Okay. All right, so far, I think we're getting a lower one, guys. It is a 1.8. 1.8 on that, not too bad. I was thinking 2.0, but it is a very, very rough copy. There is a lot of just tanning and creases all over the cover, and writing, and just tears right here too. So I think the presentation though looks so much better than it did before, but it is attached and complete. Just a lot of tears and creases on the back too. But overall, I'm super happy with the 1.8 still. Still presents great, and I am happy to have this back as well. And so the last box that we have, guys, is an Express submission. This is only 1 book, and it actually came a week later than the standard submission was received. The standard submission was received in less than 2 weeks. This one was received a total of 3 weeks from door to door. So both submissions came back really fast, so I'm super happy with the turnaround times. But let's go ahead and get into it. So on this one, it wasn't a surprise to me because I accidentally looked at the grade when I was looking at the submission. So that was kind of a new move on my part. And the book that we got back is Amazing Spider-Man number 129. And this came back in a 7.0 with creamed out off-white pages. On this book here, I expected it to be a 6.0 and it came back a 7.0, which I'm really happy about. The main issues with this book is there is a pretty big crease on the front cover, which it's hard to see, but it's like right around this area. Pretty big crease, probably like 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And this is the back cover here, which the back cover is very nice. There's also a tear, which I remember seeing it. It's really hard to find it right now, but I think the tear is right on the top there. Very, very small. There is tanning on the interior of this book as well. So I think main issues are that big crease, some spine wear too. But overall, I really like the presentation of this 7.0. The colors pop really nice on this book. And the wrap is really almost perfect wrap. You can't really see any white on the front, which my other copy I have has some white on the front there. So, and you can't really see the yellow that wraps to the back. So this is almost a perfect wrap. And you can also see the Comics Code Authority stamp, shows the full stamp, which that is a really, really nice cut too. Overall, very, very nice presenting 7.0. The main thing is the creamed off-white. Not a big deal on that. I also got the custom label. Figured this would be my first book that I submitted with a custom label. I just love this New York City custom label, and it looks really, really nice on this book here. Very, very nice presenting ASM 129. Thanks guys for checking out my unboxing. I know we had a smaller batch of books this time, only 4 books total, but it was a very nice set of books. Super happy with the turnaround time and also happy with the grades I got back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope you guys would subscribe to see more of the videos that I release. And with that guys, I want to thank you for joining me here on Comics with Bonix. And as always, I want to encourage you to collect your passion. See you guys in the next video.